What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? In today's video we're going to be working on a 2011 Toyota Camry. Should be a light hit in the front. Customer should be here any minute with the car. We can go outside and look at the car once he's here. Alrighty, here it is. 2011 Toyota Camry, and let's inspect the damage. This fender looks good. Radiator support is going to be replaced. This frame rail looks like it's not hit. Going on to this side, this frame rail is bent a good bit right there. Hood is getting replaced. This fender is getting replaced. And then the headlights and all the other stuff. Let's go ahead and get it up on the frame and start pulling. Alright guys, the car is up on the frame and on clamps. For some reason it didn't want to start, so I had to winch it up here. It took a little longer than usual, but that's no problem. So now we're going to go ahead and start pulling out this frame rail right here. Alright, so I went ahead and cut this front section out, that way I can get my clamp in there. Now we're going to go ahead and try to pull it out and see what happens. Alright, so obviously that method didn't work. Now I'm going to try this method. I stuck a bolt in the rail with this bracket right here, and the bolt is mounted to the chain, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, you guys just seen how fun it was to watch this frame machine pull out that frame rail. And now I went ahead and cut it because there is no way to straighten that thing. It's messed up way too bad. So I'm just going to replace the rail right here, and then there's a factory mark right here that I'm going to go by. I'll just have a nice clean cut right there, and then I'll just mount the new rail on there and it should line up perfect. Alright guys, the old radiator support is off. Now I can go ahead and move on to the donor part, the frame rail. Right here I have to basically cut it the same way as I did over there, the factory line right here. And on this side I'll just drill out those 3 spot welds and it should come out as one piece. So let's get started. Alright guys, I got the new rail mounted. It looks really good. Let me show you guys how it lines up. It is perfect. I'll just have to grind it down and weld this seam. And on this side, I'll just have to weld those 3. And that should be it. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and show you guys a couple measurements, so you guys know that everything lines up perfect. Then we can go ahead and start welding. 24 3/4. 24 3/4. Now I'm going to show you guys some diagonals. Alright guys, it is finally welded. The seams look perfect. Alright, it is nice and grinded. Everything is smooth. It looks really good. Alright, radiator support is on, everything fits perfect. Now we can proceed and start welding and then grinding the weld marks. Alright guys, everything is finally welded and grinded. Looks perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some seam sealer to it. Alright guys, before I show you all the gaps, I want to let y'all know that all these parts are Taiwan parts and they are a pain in the butt to work with. So let's start with the hood and the fender gap. Over here it looks pretty good. The fender and the door looks pretty good. Let's go to the other side. The hood and the fender looks pretty good. And also the door and the fender looks pretty good. Moving on to the bumper, like I said, this is some Taiwan, very hard to work with. But anyway, I am missing the main grill here. That should lift up the whole bumper, should close up the gap everywhere. But other than that, pretty much done with this car. I am probably gonna go ahead and take it off the frame right now, and I'll call it a day right there. Alright guys, I'm finally done with the Toyota Camry. It took me about 14 hours to get this job done. It turned out really good other than that bumper situation. It is a Taiwan bumper, so I couldn't get it to fit perfect, but that's no problem. Hopefully the grill fixes that gap. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys like my channel, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at Rebuild with Nick. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.